Hello everyone and welcome back to Knuters, to our beautiful engineer residences. Happy people everywhere roaming around on my dirt streets and celebrating life, I guess. Is that we're alive and stuff like that. There also seems to be something happening right here. I don't know what's going on. We could have a quick look around of what's actually going on. There's a big plague, but that's it, right? And they're just looking at this plagued house and also the doctor. Oh, they might actually be watching the doctor there right now. That is treating one of those poor people on the streets, of course, because where should you treat him elsewhere? Now, we do have quite a lot of stuff to do once again. First of all, the first order of business today is that we should continue upgrading some more houses. We are sitting at 4,000 artisans. That is not good because it is creating an imbalance for consumption. So that means a lot of people consume the same products, which is never really good for any economy. And in that case here, lots of upgrades. However, these artisan buildings are really expensive if you want to upgrade them, right? So we cannot just endlessly do this and we need to do it step by step, and one of those steps is right now. There's lots of workers, of course, also that we could upgrade. However, that is just out of the question for now, as we do need some of these workers then as well for factories. But we can still go ahead with, yeah, also having some engineers, for example, on this side of my road, and this actually also unlocks us a few more buildings down the road, whatever we need really, and we can happily then wait again for all that money to come in. Money is pretty good, by the way. Now let's quickly also check out our consumption rates, because of course we've got a pretty big town at this point, and yeah, it also is visible in my consumption. So the brewery has held up fine so far. The canned food is also fine now once again. The sewing machines, however, is only at 4, and we do export sewing machines, so we should get this one up to proper levels again. It's only at 80 surplus for every time Tobias comes, and the rum is at 17 consumption. In Martinez we produce only 14, so there we have it already, our next part of business. For that, I could also check out Isabel really quickly if she has an item that boosts our rum production. Unfortunately, other than some animals, she doesn't really have anything to sell right now, so we'll still need to continue here with our sugarcane plantations. I can go ahead with those 2 that we still have done working, and with this also 2 more rum distilleries, right? So this whole area is then fully utilized now. There's the trade union still in the center that we can use, but for now that's it. The only other way of actually boosting my rum production now, which is at 19, so it would be fine that again. So it's at 17 actually, right? Because we do consume 2 in Martinez itself. But what I can still do, I think I haven't done this one yet. Yep, we can boost it. We have a ridiculous high amount of happiness. And with that, we could boost... actually, let's just boost the sugarcane plantations by 50%. And this allows me to have a few more rum distilleries in the area, right? So let's get 3 more rum distilleries out. This will also require us to have a police station close by. Let's make a mobile task force, because with boosting... there also comes the chance for riots, so 1 mobile task force should be fine. And then there's the whole business with my jornaleros. So Martinez, of course, there's really not much room to grow here, right? It's a very small island. We can get over here to the other side and probably make this block here complete. 6,000 credits. Now I'm laughing at this amount, because at some point it was just a lot of money really. And I would then like to go ahead and continue there with another block. We do have a gold deposit there. Yeah, well... we'll just see when we really need this. Theoretically, we could need it now with the pocket watches for the engineers, but I don't think we are going to implement it just yet, as we don't have enough engineers for this very expensive production chain. Where's the marketplace? We only still have this marketplace down there, so we should probably build another one in this area then, if I want to keep my jornaleros happy. So there you go. Also a chapel and the marketplace then as well, and then we just have some more jornaleros then along the main roads here, just like that. So this city is more and more moving towards that area, though also here we don't really have a lot of space, just a lot of gold deposits, and that's basically it. For the oil, we would have some oil up there that I could use then for some oil transportation. And then we have our oil up here that I could use, but it's also in the far distance, really. With that, our rum production is at 25 now, so 23 it will be. We just need to wait there a few seconds, really, so that I can also check my log consumption. And as we can see, we're still totally fine with this. However, yeah, we're actually consuming. It's just went up here now, so 38 it is, and 33 we produce. So in that case here, I do also need to boost my log production. Have I already boosted my lumberjack huts? Yes, I have. So not that much more I can do here, except building a few more lumberjack huts. Now, where should we do this? We got one here with 75%. That is fine. I don't need to aim for 100%, because with the boosting it is at 100% anyway. And here we got it then as well. So those two, that will be just fine. And of course we will also reach the timber maximum. Then at this point the sawmills stop working, and then the log production takes over again anyway. Alright, and it's looking really full here. So 150 tons we are sitting right now. I do have my bricks in. So also what we should do is get us a few more storage depots out, so that I can store more rum. Because the volume is now pretty big at this point. And with that we can go up to 350 tons. That will be just fine. And yes, let's also upgrade some of those. I cannot do that much more. Alright, then, yeah, let's actually go ahead and build us another warehouse here. Because this is just as important.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Now, back in Nachdessen, one of our tiny cities that is actually looking really cute here with the waterfall in the back, is having an explosion over there. So we need to repair this coal mine there. And I would also like to use now the 4th coal slot that we have, that is up here. And I just need to have a proper road into this dark looking area there with all these trees. There's a copper deposit as well, so we will use this for sure at some point. And then we build another another coal mine here, consuming another 50 workers and producing us the coal. We're not boosting this yet, and I probably never will. I will need to provide something for happiness if I want to boost them. So a church, or yeah, actually a church might be fine. We could do it. We could go with a church, just somewhere here in the center, probably beside the pub. Always a good idea. Let's go ahead and have some of these farmers move over to finish this block there. And then we can go ahead and get us this church building right here into the city center. Not very expensive anyway. And this increases the happiness for the workers on this island quite a lot, to plus 15. And boosting would be more possible now, but it's still too much of a penalty. So in that case here, beer would be the next one that they like before I can really start boosting something. But let's just not do it for now. We don't need it. We don't need to do it. I also continue building more ships, so we want to have this big proper fleet up. And also, yep, we have a few more clippers. The 7,500 that we're selling those clippers for now doesn't really mean that much anymore. We're a millionaire, by the way. Yeah, we got 1 million. I would like to see how much a royal warship pays. Only 32,000, which is ridiculously small. So we'll never sell them. And yeah, we do have a fine steel hull there. Hit point increase. So this ship here has been boosted now by 30% as well. And then we also have the fine wooden hull. By the way, these stack, right? So if I purchase that, it also is increased by another 20%. So pretty amazing there. Making these ships really powerful. Other than that, Archie does not have the best items in the world for ships, right? So it's still Anne Harlow that is doing the majority here. But at least another very strong ship. And Hesperus, this clipper here, we just keep this one in the area for purchasing, once again, bricks and steel, because I do still need lots of that as well. Hello, hello. Also, what happened just now is we've just leveled up the soap, so one good comes up now. As we can see, those sewing machines is dangerously low at this point. We've exported 600 on the volume of that, but yeah, well, that's that. And with this, we have unlocked now also, I'm pretty sure, another trade contract, so we could go ahead and build us another export office. Of course, I'm doing this right over there, to further increase the power of my docklands with this addition here. However, I don't really have something that I could export in bigger quantities right now. We are getting the iron ore in with the soap, and we get more of that in now thanks to having it upgraded. Another part here is not required at this point, I think, at least. Something later on perhaps, but right now I'm looking golden. And we could actually get the wood in, right, and get rid of the lumberjack huts and save some more space with that. But for now, yeah, it's fine as it is. However, since we have enough ore, I would like to continue with more furnaces. So let's have 2 more furnaces down here. It's a really ugly island, right? Very capital because of this, but we'll work on something there as well then in the future. Let's build all 4 of them actually. We will not have all the coal for this, I think, but it should still be bringing in a lot of additional steel now. And with that steel, can we actually do this here? Yeah, we could go by 50% for the sewing machine factory here. This should not... it's okay, let's do this. 50% increase for the sewing machines. And we do need some more workers. For that, I will need more city expansion. So we do have that warehouse up there that I can just move down to my industry area for now. And then we have this main road there that I really would like to continue, where I would like to continue having more people now living. So I can go ahead with this one there, like so. And there you go, a whole new district born out of nothing. Then we also have this mobile police task force, so let's just connect it. And with that, we also have then the fire station and the police force right away in this area too. The only thing I think is lacking in this area is then a pub. So getting another pub in is of course absolutely necessary. So these 2 buildings there with a road that we don't really need in this area. Oh, and also the Admiral offers no trade rights. This is working much better than last time. Let's go ahead and build the pub then in this area too. All is fine. Oh, okay, Beryl doesn't like that because they're at war with each other. So she doesn't like that I get closer with the Admiral. But really, it's all about the ships, I think. So the bigger our fleet, the more likely it is for them to just be happy with us. And he would offer me 40,000 for the non-aggression pact. I'm also accepting this. Thank you very much for the money. Doesn't mean though we are friends now, right? We still also have some empty space over here. Of course, I would like to plaster more buildings right into this. There is a main road here, by the way, that I would like to... A smaller main road that I would like to have it like that still. So this continues to be a double-sided road, right? So this is a bit for structuring. Here on the triple road, we're going to have the trains then. Yep. And over here, so for the power plants. And here, this is just a smaller road where, yeah, there's some normal buildings then and probably never really going to be investors. And then we can just continue there happily with some more blocks of houses along the river. Drastically improving my farmer workforce. Look at that, the size of the city is already staggering when we look into the distance, and there's always a plague somewhere. Incredible. My hospital is really, really busy. Also, on my clipper, I found some good items at Eli. So we got some bricks. We got the costume designer that is replacing the cotton fabric to wool for the fur dealers, which is pretty nice. We got the bakery producing chocolate in addition to 30% productivity boost. And we got the brick factories and concrete factories that not only need less workers, but also produce steel beams on top of their normal products. For every 5th product, we get 1 steel beam out of that. That is just pretty nice overall. And it will also boost this very important material where we are pretty limited also to how much we can really produce. Now, enough farmers moved into our latest districts. So that means we can now continue happily with upgrading some more people. Oh, I just love that. Upgrading my people. Always the nicest part of Anno. I'm going ahead with more here. We still have 500 more, so this area, for example, those guys here. Yeah, also some up in this area, a bit further away than from the center, but it's still totally fine, right? That's the workers over there. And then here also a few more. And as we can see, we got a nice surplus worker population once more, so that means also more people that I can upgrade to artisans. And that's about it now. We don't have the happiest worker population right now. Probably, yep, because I've got a lot of workers in this area now, but no church, right? So we do have the church that is radiating all the way to this area still, and not that much over there. For this area, we can still go ahead and have some more brick roads, right? So like this, to further extend the range of this church. That goes then all the way down. And with that, yeah, as we can see, it really is radiating more or less into this whole area. Providing a bit more happiness, already +1. And then we can still provide one for this whole area. And usually churches are at corner points of a city, at least I think so. And I would like to have then probably the church then in this area. Oh, also once again, the parrot just says hello, so we can hunt down some parrots again. I think Harlow is getting a bit more active again as we see more and more ships coming out there. So let's just get over there and also destroy one of these ships there. Unfortunately, it's fleeing right away. And we can happily continue with our church right over there. So another worker somewhere, please. Let's get it down here. And then we have this area. I've decided actually for this area here right in the center because it just makes the most sense. It will have just a huge radius then around it. And as much as I would like this, let's not do this. And probably then just have the church right here. Don't really have that many bricks, so I should be careful about it. Oh, we actually sank it. Passively. Very nice. We took some damage here, but it's going to self-repair it. And that's it. By the way, what I can also see right over here, we probably need to connect the city then somewhere in this area with a nice bridge or so. Don't have enough bridges. Just one bridge is not enough anymore. And another one will just do nicely. Still looking rather naked right now with no ornaments really, but fret not. We're getting there. Alright, we're still in the process of having 1,300 workers that we don't really need, so I would like to continue with the upgrading. For those guys up here, there is still, of course, now the school need that we need to have fulfilled. So in that case here, this school does not have paved roads right next to it, so this will definitely help with the coverage of the school into this area. However, for those guys, of course, there's nothing close by. And we could still... it still goes over there. No, it's still fine, actually. For these guys here, then. So let's go ahead. That is okay. And then we have some more workers here. Here. Definitely here, yep. Then also on that side, since that is also kind of like the core city, so go ahead. But we need to be a bit more selective now where we upgrade those people, because it's not endlessly possible, of course. And then along the main road here as well, leading to more artisans. And that's actually it already, since we're out of the bricks then. But we still have 230 workers now that we could continue upgrading. And we also have 5,000 engineers, so there will be a huge wave of artisan upgrading then once more to engineers. Now, for my beautiful heavy industry, I do have another slot up there that I would like to use now. Let's get rid of this road and of the charcoal burner that we no longer need. And we are going to have then a road. These sewing machines, it's pretty much complete, right? I'm not intending to build more of them because we just don't need it. We have a surplus production for the sewing machines now of 8. That is fine again with the docklands. And it's, of course, going to be doubled pretty soon then with the electricity. And I would still like to have one more area here with a trade union now in store. So let's just check this out. As we can see, we would need to build it over there. I can actually also get rid of this charcoal burner there. They're not producing that much coal anymore in respective to the coal mines that we have, so that's totally fine. Now, the trade union usually doesn't need a road connection. I still like to add a road connection because it just makes sense from an aesthetic point of view. And what we're doing now basically is I'm going to move all my brick factories into this area, right? Because we got some good items for the brick factories. And we do have them right now scattered to all my clay deposits. So there is 2 more brick factories down there that I can then just safely move over. Plus it's not the... Actually it's a dirty industry. But actually it's a dirty industry. So let's move them a bit further over there away from the city. Doesn't make sense to have it so close. We can have more than here, right? Definitely have another warehouse in the area. That is then working towards more brick factories. Just see the radius is fine. We should still have 2 more brick factories somewhere right over there. Perfect. Let's move them over. 1 more and the second one. Right to this mountain there. All within range. And then we have the concrete factories as well. But wait a second. Let's build the trade unit. It's our first trade unit, so it doesn't cost me any influence. For now, beautiful, cute buildings. Absolutely. No doubt about that. And let's just quickly check it out. We got now a very interesting item in here, which is the general foreman. So all brick factories need 60% less workforce and produce steel beams on top of that. And the same counts then for the concrete factory, of which we have, I think at this point, 2. Right over there. So we can also move them over now. They're actually not that dirty then, right? So we could have them like this. This is bringing in some more workers again, because, well, they don't consume that many workers now. And the same counts for the engineers for the concrete factory. But also on top of it, they also produce now steel beams. And we should see, there it is, the occasional steel beams popping up from these items as they continue their production. And this will just be very nice for our steel beams that we just need so many of. And another cool thing is they're very close then to my future power plant. So we'll boost them, of course, doubling the output of bricks. But also we can boost them further with other items that we have then down the road. But for now, it's fine. There's still the warehouse that we need for those poor fellas. Otherwise, they would have to travel a very far distance. And that's it. Ship is under attack. Oh, yeah. Look at that. He's getting a bit on my nerves here. And yeah, I think she's got the upgraded versions now of these battleships. So they're doing a lot of damage. And she will take this one down. She's determined. Yeah, she's actually firing towards it too. That is just very dirty. Alright. There's a loot here that we can still take. Pirate usually has something good. Oh yes, Lady Lou the Redeemed Pirate. 100,000 almost for selling price. But it is increasing the hit points of the ship by 800. And also increases the self-repair by 200%. And activates the self-repairing even during combat. Very, very powerful item there for any kind of ship. So at least that was a nice one. And there is more ships already coming out of my shipyard. So we've lost one, but it's okay. And let's just, yeah, commission 2 more right away, as we can easily afford this. It's getting a bit busy here in my harbor area. And yeah, the bricks. We do have, of course, the brick problem there, as bricks is becoming now one of my most sought after items. The only thing that I could think of doing is getting clay from the docklands. We have, in Orbe de Douche, we have a brick production, but it's a very, very low one. Yeah, but that's it, right? So I do have one trader here, the fur trader. It's a schooner. We got this one. Manky cap. It's not really getting that much coal in, so we could say get me some bricks in Orbe de Douche as well, right? So there we adjusted this trade route a bit, and that's fine for now. This should bring in a bit more, but we still need to wait there now for additional bricks. The thing with that is, though, they're very close together. We can boost them soon, and that's my intention then as well for my heavy industry area. The island, though, is coming together now, right? So there is not that much space anymore. It's all kind of like growing together, and it's going to be interesting how we fare then. We still have this other island here, though, that we can use then for something, and that's that. Stay tuned.